Never should have fucked with... Hi. Let's get you two back to Dane.
Hooray!
After being reunited in Hell, Kiki and Viola wasted no time in doing what they do best: facilitate the running of businesses. However, the De Winter sisters' success did not sit well with other would-be power players in Hell. The sisters' operations all came under attack at once, forcing them on the run. Soon, the twins found themselves on the receiving end of an offer they couldn't refuse. After all, it was better to own 1/5 of something than to be dead.
You helped us, now let us help you. Here's a little something made popular by another group of sisters, the Gorgons. Alright, Dane's letting us use his Ultor training room to test out your Stone Blast power. So go ahead and blast these demons to turn them to stone. After they're petrified, you can use your pistol to shatter them.
Pain for an eternity!
Is that all you got?
Nice! Stone Blast is especially useful on flying demons like this one. Alright, now let's see you drop a few more.
Damn it. Gotta touch down. This is bad timing. Running out of juice. Bad timing.
A blast will also take down the shield of a Dark Insider, leaving it vulnerable. I think you've got the gist of it. Alright, let's go.
Don't mind if I do.
We called in some favors and found the president. They've been trapped inside some sort of soul crystal inside Satan's palace. The only way you're gonna save them is by drawing Satan out, so keep doing what you're doing.
Need to rest the wings. Now this for... Running out of juice. You think I'm scared of you?
The morsel is here!
Abandoned ship! We've been boarded! Get these damn things off my ship!
I will fucking end you. Little bastard.
You're welcome in my crew anytime.
Lost count on these things.
I got a bit of treasure in that chest over there. The weapon you find inside may help with our little imp problem.
No, not another one of these. Fuck off.
I summoned these imps to serve as my crew. I forgot what a handful they could be. Once aboard, they wouldn't listen to their captain. They ran amok in the bowels of the ship.
Never should have fucked with me. Fighting little bastard. Another one of these. It's okay to drop the pirate voice.
What pirate voice would that be?
Wow.
Zinyak's destruction of Earth had a profound impact on the afterlife. To heaven, it was a logistical nightmare. St. Peter's meticulous nature drove purgatory wait times to unbearable levels. Meanwhile, in hell, where souls in pain were used as currency, it created a new era of prosperity for the wickedly enterprising. This economic boon resulted in the coffers of hell to be overflowing, which in turn piqued the interest of the most notorious man that sailed the seven seas. Long had Blackbeard been a thorn in Satan's side, robbing tax collectors on a semi-regular basis. But the promise of an immeasurable fortune drove him to be even bolder. An arrangement was reached. Blackbeard would provide information on strategic targets in exchange for a share of the profit. Johnny, who was interested in murder, not money, happily agreed.
grant ye the ability to summon my crew whenever they're needed. Dane and I go way back. Well, 6 years, which I suppose isn't terribly impressive, but for me it's pretty good.
Got a touchdown. Yeah! Nice. Running out of juice. Do this all day. Seemed like a better idea when people weren't trying to kill me. Got a touchdown. This is bad timing. Woo! Fucking collectibles.
Lights up. William Shakespeare, humanity's greatest playwright, and hell's most diabolical purveyor of entertainment, looks on as a brave mortal on an Orphean quest enters. The bard's interest is piqued, and he looks to test his visitor's mettle. The masked tragedies were used to enemies cowering as they approached. But soon they realized that they faced a foe with courage and nobility, traits uncommon in the fires of perdition. The inciting incident resolved. The time had come for rising action! The battle raged on below, and as bullets and blood flew, the bard arched a curious eyebrow. Could this mortal be the exact thing that Shakespeare needed? And now, Act 3! The conflict resolved, Shakespeare eagerly awaited meeting the champion that dispatched so many of his men. Undoubtedly, they were here for the bard's aid, and while happy endings were not a thing found in hell, Shakespeare always had a soft spot for comedies.
In the land of the living, William Shakespeare is regarded as one of the most prolific playwrights of all time. However, to the denizens of hell, the bard is seen in a far different light. After selling his soul for fame and adoration, Shakespeare served in hell as Satan's spy master general. In doing his duty, Shakespeare would punish the souls he was investigating by forcing them to perform in grotesque passion plays for Satan's amusement. But in a Twelfth Night-esque twist, Shakespeare found himself living a double life. While he projected an image of cruelty, his heart was as soft as Jezebel's. In secret, he would tutor her on the classics and act out the works of his mortal days. When Satan found out, he cast Shakespeare out of the palace, believing that the poet would be tormented by the populace of hell, far out of Jezebel's sight. But Satan had not counted on the bard's cunning. Embracing his persona of master torturer, Shakespeare and his followers, the tragedies, took root in the entertainment district, biding their time for revenge.
And so Shakespeare called forth the Deus Ex Machina to bestow our protagonist with the arcane power of horse stomping. Lost in thought. How many mortal writers had appropriated his name for hackish works? Shakespeare never thought much about Pinter. A beat. Neither did anyone else. Like Marlowe before him, Satan underestimated the bard. And also like Marlowe, it was only a matter of time before a knife fell.
Running out of juice.
Lights up. The mortal stands in the training grounds, eager to try out his new Force Stomp power on the group of demons in front of them.
Suffering will be legendary.
Scene 2, in which our protagonist kills Act 2, in which our protagonist is greeted by foul imps. In which our protagonist learns that Force Stomp even works on flying enemies, enabling them to remove a dark inciter's The day is won, and the curtain closes on our noble hero.
See what these things can do.
too dumb to figure it out, Gat? You backed the wrong horse.
The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep.
Horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all day long.
Who's laughing now?
The bell on the bus goes ding, 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 ding. The bell on the bus goes ding, 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 all day long.
What, if they wanted to torture you, why'd they use the short version of the song?
This the short version?
Oh yeah. Wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish. The hobo on the bus goes heh, heh, heh. I'm on had like 80 of them.
Babies on the bus say wah, 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 wah. The babies on the bus say wah, 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 all day long. Mummies on the bus say the mummies on the bus say
Winning isn't important.
all day long. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all day long. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all day long.
We found worthy prey.
The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep,
We must end this infernal music!
Come, let us return to my castle, so we may plot our next steps in proper surrounds.
Johnny led Vlad back to his castle, which since his incarceration became a haven for frat parties and squatters. But the systematic impaling of trespassers would have to wait. Vlad was a man of his word, and was eager to provide intel that could aid in hobbling Satan's armies.
I bestow upon you the Stygian cold fire. It is hard to believe Dane Vogel created all of this here.
Ah, this feels good. Need the rest of wings.
There's lots of ways to get Satan's attention, but we should never forget the classic. Rampant fucking murder. Pride is a sin the Devil's Army has in spades, so if you want to pick a fight, you can bet your ass they're coming in droves.